Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Well, I'm excited to show you Joey Cardmaker's Blue Moon mashup papers for October. I hope you all are doing this challenge. It's so fun. He offers all of these beautiful digitals free on his Ko-fi, and I'll link that in the description box. And then anytime you post it to your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever, just put hashtag mashupjoey. Aren't these gorgeous? Okay, so here's the cover page, which in itself, you know, you could use these. Look at how many you could use. Okay. And then you have this gorgeous full size. Okay. Look at these. Aren't these beautiful little labels or whatever they are? They kind of almost remind me of something that would hang off of a French perfume bottle. And then these gorgeous papers. Beautiful. I just love that. So pretty. Look at this one. Doesn't that look like velvet or flocked? This one, so pretty. It's very, very sweet and elegant. So today what I thought I would do is, I think I might have mentioned to you that I'm going to a craft retreat. I know I mentioned that because that's all I talk about. And I'm going to do a make and take. I call them take and bakes because I can never get it right. Shake and bake. Remember that? Shake and bake, and we helped. So it's kind of basically, if you're not familiar with what those are, is you demonstrate something and the participants then are able to make it with you or right there and take it. Oh, sorry. And then take it home with them. And so that's what I'll be doing. And I thought I would give it a try before I do it. And basically what I'm going to do is, a lot of these women that are at this this craft retreat do a lot of card making. And so what I thought I would do is introduce them to using envelopes in their card making. So a lot of their envelopes are 5.5 by 4.5. That's not going to be exactly, well, a card would be 5.5, 4.5 to fit. And we can get that 5.5 here. But the 4.5, it's going to be a little shy. So the 4.5, let's see, this is going to be, it's about 4.25. So, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. It'll just not bump the edges too much or anything when it's in the envelope. So this is going to go in a card envelope. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it at 5.5. I didn't practice this before, so you guys will be you'll be my guinea pigs. And then what I wanted to do is put one of Joey's pictures in here. And really you could do any picture, because you could line the back with one of these beautiful things. Or you could even put one of these, you know, like this in the back, and then make a card to tuck in where they can pull the card out and it says something on the back, which we might do that. So basically what I need to do is I need to open this up so we can work on it. And so I am just going to take a teensy sliver off of here. And this is basically how I open an envelope, is I just, not always, most of the time, unless I'm really impatient, but I typically will take and just, like here, I just cut the end off. Try to be nice and neat so I can use it. All right, well, that's going to open up, but we can glue it back together. But what I wanted to do is kind of just see what was needed to glue down, repair, and that type of thing. So I think if we use it as a pocket and pull, let's see, we won't really have a lot of room though to pull out something. It has to be able to fit in the card. I'm sorry, in the card envelope. So we might not be able to do that. Maybe what we could do, oh, I just want to do that so bad. Let's do it. Then I'm going to try to find me a envelope, see if it works. Okay. So the person that would get this would, you know, as a card would see the whole thing. So it's not like we're going to glue it down to something. Although if you had a card base, you could glue it down. So I'm just going to kind of straighten a few things up. So I just kind of took that curve off of there a little bit. And I'm going to straighten this up here. And hopefully it'll still come together okay. I'm just barely taking off. Yeah, a little bit over on that edge, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. All right, so the first thing I wanted to do is all right, I might have to do over because now I think I'm trying to think here. I want to, do I want to slide a card out? I think I'm just going to make this as a card, but I'm wondering, I think I'm going to start over because what my wondering is see how when I open this, the page doesn't have, the backing doesn't come all the way. So you would have, I'll put it this way. When you open it, you would have some showing here. Okay, I gotta think my way through this, but I guess if we, okay, I've got myself confused now. I'm gonna guinea pig one more here. 5.5. This is a different envelope, so I hope it works out. In my mind, what I wanted to do is actually open like a card. I wanted at first the pocket, but then I thought I'd like it to open like a card. That being said, some of these I've opened different ways. Some of them I cut on the side, some of them I cut on the top. Of course, we could always glue them back together, you know. Okay, so that one's going to open this way. So I'm just going to trim that little bit off where I didn't trim it exactly right. Make sure it's nice and even. So this is a thing I may have to prep all of these before I go, or we'll be all over the place, won't we? All right, so then I think what I'm going to do is take that top off too. Okay, so then the card would open like that. Okay, I think now we're off to a good start. I'm going to save these. We'll see what we can do with those. I've used these before as just pockets in a journal, and we may end up doing that. We will see. Okay, here we go. Now, I want to kind of just fix this anywhere it's kind of, you know, not quite together. Envelopes are such odd shapes of where they're glued. it's hard to kind of tell where to put the glue. Okay. Alrighty. That's good. Alright. Okay. Now what I want to do, what I like to do is see what's going to fit in there. What looks nice in there. You can open it that way. You could have it this way if there's something you wanted like that. I think I'm going to go with her. I think she's so pretty. Okay. So let's cut her out real fast. Not too super fast, but kind of fast. I just think these are so beautiful, Joey. Thank you so much. Before I glue it in, I'm going to put a base paper down, but I also am going to have to glue around that window opening. So, all right, let's see which border do we want. Not a lot will poke out till you open the card. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Yes, that's the one. Excuse me. Okay. So I want it to be, let's take this off here real quick. And we said that was 5.5, so we know that. Let's do that real quick. We're almost 5.5. We'll see what happens. Just give us a smaller piece to work with at least. Okay. Okay. Oh, I got a little bit of the other one on there. That's all right. Okay, so that's going to go like that. I couldn't get this to on my printer to print borderless. So that's why that's like that, because if the border, if this print had gone all the way to the border, I wouldn't have gotten into the next one. Okay. Smidgy more. Okay. Okay. Now, so we know that's what we want here. And I'll probably better do that now before I forget. Put a little antiquing around it. Should I round the corners, I wonder? Then I'll have to really look to where to place it. So we'll set that aside. Okay, so now on the front, what could we do on the front? I think this would be pretty. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off real quick right here. I didn't bring my trash can over by me. It's on the edge of my desk, so I just keep tossing in that direction. So who knows? Who knows where it's getting? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm lining this bottom up here. You could cut that off and then just line it up with the bottom of the page. But it might be a little easier to leave it if you can. Maybe give you something to grip onto. Excuse me. And then make sure that that seam or fold is nice and taut against there. And then what I do is I just take my really dirty bone folder and I just trace lightly. That it kind of sometimes you have to go, for me I have to go kind of slow because I'll end up making a big line through the envelope. So I just trace lightly on this paper. Kind of get those corners good so you know where your corners are. Okay. Hope everybody's having a good day. I don't even know if I greeted you. I just got in. Still coughing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. I can barely see it, but there is a line wherever I went around. So now, can I see it here better? No. Okay, so what I'm going to do is attempt to cut this. Oh, I need to cut it from the inside. Okay, so basically all I'm going to do is cut out. Let's get that off there. I'm going to cut out the middle. Make sure I can see it okay. This part I cannot see well. Make sure my marks are at the right spot. All right, well, for some reason I can't see that very well, so let's try something a little bit pokier. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Okay, how about this letter opener? But I have to be gentle. I don't want to, I want the cellophane to still be there. Oh, I hope it is. I hear it cracking. Joey is at a Hot Wheel Club meeting tonight. He enjoys those. Okay, excuse me, I'm going to get some water. Pardon me. Okay, I don't know if you heard that big old gulp. Okay, can I see that a little bit better? Yeah, I can see it a little bit better. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm going to just cut into the center. I'm going to go into each of the corners. Not quite, because I want to be able to get that curvature really well. So I don't want to get all the way to the corner and make it, you know, kind of a point or anything. You could, if you wanted to, you could just collage around it. I could not, for the life of me, think of the word. I'm losing track. I'm following the lines of the flowers instead of the lines of the envelope. Oh, you guys. What a mess. I need it to be simple, though. I want it to be simple. I can't think of how to really trace it on here, on the back of this, because you could trace it on the back of the paper, but I can't really figure out how I would do that. If you have an idea, please share, because I would love, any shortcuts that you can think of. I just would like to do it in a full sheet instead of having people doing collage. No, I don't know why this side, this is not shut. Oh, there it is. That's because I'm not in the right spot. Okay. I think. Who knows? I hope this is right. I might be still following a flower path. I think this is right. Let's just keep going. Does not look right. It definitely doesn't look even. That's not bad once you get it on there. Let's cut this off and see if I've made a total mess of it all. Okay. So that's weird, that because I tried to make it to where it had enough room with that border there, or with that line there. We'll just have to put something. I'll have to remember that next time. Okay, so I guess that's not too bad. Boy, I just don't know. I really thought this was going to be an easy sneeze, but I think I'll let that wrap around. Let's see what happens. Oh, brother. This is what happened. It goes this way. Okay. It's better. All right. I'm going to glue it. And I'm going to use my Oohoo because I don't want my art glitter glue to come through on any of it. You know what I mean? Onto the cellophane part. Acetate, whatever it's called. Okay. I did want to, oh boy, this might be tricky. I did want to put paper before I wrapped that. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to wrap it since it's on the inside. If it was on the back, I probably would have wrapped it and then put something, with it. Okay. Oops. Oopsie. so that's gonna... Huh. Now we have the whole inside to do. Wonder if I can just cut that off. Too short, but it's a good idea, I think. And this is where we'll probably collage. Make sure you're not, you know, interfering with your page on the picture on the outside. Okay. Oh boy, huh? Boy, oh boy. Now that one was a little bit too shy, but it'll be fine. It's all going to be fine, I feel like. All right. I just have to keep telling myself that it's all going to be fine. It's just paper. And how nice is it that Joey gave it to us, gave this paper to us free, the digital. He's like, play away, basically. Play away, and if you don't have exactly what you want... Now look at what I did there. I have white at the bottom. Oh, I just don't even know what to do with myself sometimes. When I was printing this, it's the oddest thing because I don't know why that has a streak in it. I had printed. I was printing the junk journal mushroom, which you know is mainly browns and reds. So I did that, and then I was doing Joey's, this one. Well, I'm glad I was sitting right there because it came out, it was coming out. Now, where did I put that mark? Oh, there it is. It was coming out pink. This blue set was coming out pink, and I was like, what in the world? And I looked at my ink, and there was plenty of ink. And so basically what it was is I looked it up on the Google, and it's basically that the printer heads needed cleaned. Isn't that something? That it would just stop using a color. So I had to clean the printer heads like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. And then, you know, you get that, you can get that report to see. I don't know if any of you have an eco tank. This is what happens. You can get a report and it'll have like little dotted lines. And if any of the dotted lines in this particular color are missing, that tells you which ink is the issue. So finally got it to where I could, that's not very straight, but finally got it to where I could print this. I was thinking, oh my goodness, I really wanted to get it printed. Guys, I'm so sorry. I, along with you, cannot wait for this cough to be gone. Comes out of nowhere. I have that right? Yeah, okay. Let's go there. Joey said he was going to pick up a cheeseburger on the way home or something like that. And I just wanted to have leftovers. So I kind of like that sometimes because, like I'll look at the leftovers and I'll put something together to eat that he'd be like, ugh, that doesn't go together. But I think it does. So I can go in there and just scrounge around. Okay. I don't like that, but we'll figure something out. Now all we need to figure out is this back of the envelope. It's weird. I have to trim that a little bit. It's not being big enough. But I do want to use this, so let's take all the borders off. And then we'll use it. I might later make one again just to see, can I figure out anything different? Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, I think this time I'm gonna put it on here. This glue peeling away. Oh, I wanted to tell you, when the last video that was it the last video of the book covers that I collaged and covered? There were a few little spots that came up from that using the Elmer's, so I went back in with my art glitter glue and put it down. So I don't know if I just hadn't gotten it really good or if it just isn't going to cooperate. Okay. I think I better hand cut this. Now, I know a lot of card makers use double-sided tape, so that might be really great for getting really close to the window, you know, instead of gluing. Okay. Now, before I go any further, I just want to try to get this a little bit. See, I feel like, look at that. Although the bottom looks fairly good, so let's just take a smidgy midge off of this. Okay. All right, now what's going on here? Will this fit in here now still? Probably better that I don't have this on the seam, but it's already there, so let's get it down good. Okay. Let me see what some of the other things are, because I don't know, I really kind of want something down here to cover that strip. I mean, I don't have to. It's pretty as it is. Okay, I'm going to just glue this real quick over on the side here. Putting lots and lots of glue on it because I don't want any trouble. I don't want any more trouble, you know? What's going to be fun is, because these ladies are card makers, they may have really good ideas, you know, for me on this. You know, like if they might say, oh, how come you don't just do this? And I'll be like, what a great idea. I don't know how I measure, and then I just don't get it. We might have to take a little bit off that top. I'm taking a little bit more off the top. I don't know how it happens. Definitely creator error, because it should work. All right. Now, why did that shift that? Okay. I think that's going to be pretty. What else? What else? I'm going to put it down. Get some glue over here. And then Joey has these little butterflies. I wonder if I can cut a couple of those out, maybe. Put on here. I want to get her, hopefully, centered here. Not quite, but she's gonna do. So this is just like a journal card or something, but I think you could, I think we will, cut out a couple of butterflies and put it with her. Another thing that a lot of the card makers have are a bunch of different stamps that say congratulations, thank you, happy birthday, thinking of you, that type of thing. I think I probably have some of those. I feel confident that I do. I just don't use them very often, and I need to go through those. Maybe take the ones I know I'm not going to use. See if anybody else wants them on the old free table. And anyway, so they, you know, would be able to add even little messages and different things too. I'm going to cut these off. I'm just going to cut the little antennas off. And I do not think I'm going to put thread on them. Am I? Could. I don't think I will. I might make another one just to see if I can make it go any smoother and try to get it under a certain, you know, timeline. Because I don't think I'm going to have this long that I'm taking. We're at 40 minutes. I don't think I'm going to have this long to do this at the retreat. everyone's coming with, you know, projects and things that, and they probably don't want to take a full hour out to do, you know, to do this. I don't know, but I know when I'm there, I do like to learn new things, but I also know that I'm there to really hone in and get some work done and giggle and laugh. It's just one of those things where you just set the, you know, the whole time aside and excuse me, and you know, it's different than when I'm at home and I'm doing a little here and there. I always learn so much when they have so many different things that I don't always use or hadn't even heard of, you know. I might try seeing how some double-sided tape goes with junk journaling. Does anybody else use that? So I think this one might go better on her skirt and this one up there. Okay. Now, is that going to be... Oh, sorry, I bumped my head on you. I'm going to put it up a little ways so you can see it from the window. This one's going to get cut off. And then I'm going to have to cut these off just a little bit there for the sake of time. This is a very rough, fussy, it's not even fussy, this is a rough cut. Yeah, so I'm going to need to figure something out as far as cutting around there, because I think it looks pretty with a solid, you know, the one print. But it definitely was not flawless in any way. So I need to figure out. You could use a template, you know, you could, which maybe that's what I'll do, is what I could do is take one. The problem is all the envelopes aren't exactly the same, but for the ones that are the same, I could take one and I could take the cellophane out, and then I could draw this on some, like, let's say manila folder. It's a little thicker, cardstock even, and then cut it out, and then that would be what I lay down on my paper to cut out. So I could do that. That might be a ticket there. Okay, I think we're going to call her done, even though, let's see, is there anything else I can put on here right now? Oh, these are so pretty. Let's put, oh, here's 4 little butterflies. I think I'm going to just put this one. Okay. Well, okay. I should be cleaning as I go, but I just haven't done it. Let's give this a little bit of knockback here of the color on the edge. You could put something here, maybe a tag or something, you know, like a coffee dyed paper or something that says happy birthday with love or something like that. I think it's okay. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous with the papers, but you can see here there's a little, you know, it's not super perfect. And then in here we have this, that part. So I think using the template is going to be the ticket. I'm going to try it again, and I'll let you know how that goes. Okay. That's it. That's what I wanted to try out today, and now just kind of do a dry run, obviously. But I think it needs some work. And if I can't get it to where it's very simple and somebody could do it within 20 to 30 minutes, then I'm going to pivot and probably do something a little bit different with the envelope and the beautiful Joy Card Maker digitals. So don't forget to go over to Joey's Ko-fi. Even though this was slightly a disaster, you can use the digitals for, you know, anything. I mean, one time I used them for a birthday party. So you could use them for anything. And thankfully you can print them over and over, right? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me as I work through this. Appreciate it so much. And don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.